With the recent storms in Texas and the flooding, there is a need and there is a want for people to just kind of help out and help the community. And I have been to numerous different natural disasters. I helped out during Hurricane Helene out in North Carolina. I have helped out here locally in Arkansas for the tornadoes. I've helped out overseas. I've helped out here directly in many different capacities in many different environments. And these are some compiled thoughts, some things to think about as you potentially head first into one of these disasters. And understand I'm coming from this from the mindset where more is better. I want everybody to be able to at least kind of respond in some sort of way to be more sustaining, to be able to add value and preserve life. But these are some things that I've noticed and some things to kind of think about and chew on and wrap your head around. The first thing I want to talk about is don't be a burden. When you are going into these locations, you need to be as self-sustaining as possible. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that where you are going, there may not be running water, electrical, there may not be bathrooms, there's probably not going to be food. Just plan to self-sustain. Bring your own solar generator. Have a vehicle that can recover yourself. Bring track boards. Have a winch available. Bring all of your own items, all of your own things. Have everything that you need to be leave as little of a footprint as possible. Don't be a drain on local places. If you need to bring extra gas cans for yourself, that means you need to bring extra gas cans for yourself and have a plan. The last thing you want to do is be the person who's trying to bring a massive horse or livestock trailer down a road that ends up blocking other people. There's a time and there's a place to get livestock out of places. That time may not necessarily be once the roads are inaccessible. If you've got a bunch of washed out roads, don't be taking vehicles down those things that can be more of a burden on the local infrastructure. Another thing I want to talk about is getting training. Be a resource. If you don't have training, if you don't have first aid training, if you don't have any CERT training, if you don't have anything that can add to the community, I highly encourage you to get it. Get some basic first aid training. Enroll in some additional training, some stop the bleed, restore airway. All these different things that you can do to be a resource for first aid, how to treat different casualties that you may come across, rescue swimmer, lifeguarding, whatever you can do. The more tools that you can put in your tool bag to make yourself more of a resource, the better. Go down there, and there's tons of needs for even just people to stock pantries. Be willing to be just hands and feet to help move things, to carry things from one place to another. No job is too small. Everybody works together, but just the more training that you have is the better in these kind of situations. Being kind of a jack of all trades where, hey, I can go recover this vehicle, but I can also put boo-boo pads on people, Band-Aids and stuff if they need that. And then, I can also stock a pantry or whatever you can do to help other people out. The more that you can diversify yourself in that, the better, like I said. Link up with groups on site. Link up with the United Cajun Navy. Link up with Samaritan's Purse, Save Our Allies. There's tons of different groups that are out there. American Red Cross. Link up with the groups. Link up with them on site. The last thing that you kind of want to do is just end up just saying, hey, I'm just going to go out to X natural disaster and just show up. While that can be good, it can also be chaotic. You don't know the frequencies. You don't have a text message chain. You don't know, you don't know your escalation chain. You don't have a contact group to get a hold of. Well, yes, sometimes it works out. Oftentimes, there's a lot of dispersed assembly areas where people are, little patrol bases that they set up. So knowing beforehand and getting connected beforehand is going to be so advantageous. Some of these organizations like United Cajun Navy or whoever else, they may require some trainings just to make sure that you have a baseline understanding and a base level of skills before you can volunteer. And that's just be encouraged to go get those skills, get dialed in. So if something does pop off and you're able to help, that you are able and ready, willing, and able to go assist in whatever that is. Be okay with having law enforcement, first responders turn you away. That is hard for a lot of people. There may just be a situation where everybody is covered, or they don't want anybody in their search area that doesn't need to be there because they already have everything lined out. They have searchers, and it could be a sensitive thing that they're doing, especially involving children and stuff. So they may not want people interrupting their methodical search of things. And I could see some arguments, for and against that, and I get that. But just understand that you may get turned away. And that's not a don't help out at all. I'm just going to go all the way back to the 3 states that I came from. That may not necessarily be there. You can also help locally. Go link up with churches. Go link up with different religious centers and see, hey, can I hand some stuff out? What do y'all need? Just because one door shuts doesn't mean they all shut. Just be okay with that, and just be respectful, because there are you don't know what you're coming up on sometimes, and that's okay. And then, of course, stay connected. Stay connected with these groups. Introduce yourselves. Be friendly. Be a resource. Link up with these different groups, like I've mentioned before: United Cajun Navy, Red Cross, Samaritan's Purse. There's a bunch of other groups. I mean, Free Burma Rangers, if you want to go Oconus. There's so many different humanitarian groups that are just, and even local missions with churches. There's a lot of great resources. I'm going to link some down below in this video. And if you feel called to serve, and I realize that some of you can have different levels and abilities, and that's perfectly fine. But if you feel like you want to serve, be encouraged to serve. Know that you can, no matter how old you are or at what level you are, you can still serve. Communities need being loved on. I wouldn't never recommend taking young children into a disaster zone, by the way. Don't let that be, I'm just going to take my 14 kids down there, because then rule number 1, don't be a burden. You become a burden on everybody. So don't do that. We're there to serve people in their most vulnerable and difficult times that they could potentially ever be going through. They could be dealing with severe complex trauma. They could be dealing with loss of their house, loved ones, vehicles, jobs, you name it. Just be there, be open-minded, come in with a loving heart, come in willing to do whatever it takes to go the extra mile to help people know that they're loved, they're cared for, and we are our own community. I really hope that you guys are encouraged to go out there and get the training necessary, and if you already have the training, good, love to see it. There's always more training that we can get. I forget stuff, so I have to continuously keep getting recertified in things, and that's okay. Because there's medicine's always evolving too, and we're discovering new ways of things, new ways of converting this to that, and ways to do different things. And there's a lot of field craft that has been learned through some pretty wild experiences that folks have had, that can be shared with you with these classes. So just feel so encouraged to go participate. I appreciate you watching this. Get involved. I'll see you guys later.